Alright guys, so the thumbnail or the title of this video should make it pretty obvious what this video is going to be all about. And it's the safety recall on our Supras. On August 2nd, BMW actually issued a safety recall on 50,000 of their cars, 13,000 of which were the Toyota Supra. Is it really a Toyota, guys? Some may argue, but we're going to talk about what's really important to you guys, and that's will I lose my tunes or will I be able to tune my Supra after I get this recall done? And for some of us, it's going to be an issue. For some of us, it's not going to be, because some of our Supras can be tuned and a lot of the Supras can't be tuned either. All the 2020 Supras should be tunable, and some of the 2021s are tunable. It really depends on when your ECU is manufactured. But if your ECU is manufactured before June 2020, I believe you guys should have a tunable ECU. But let's get into today's topic. And a disclaimer for you guys. Yes, something's wrong with my eye. I actually, which eye is it? This eye. I have a sty on my eye. You can call me Mr. Sty Guy. But I don't know how I got it. It was my first sty I ever gotten. So if you guys are staring at the video, you're very welcome. I think I was probably like scratching my or something, forgot to wash my hands and I rubbed my eye. Who knows? I'm just joking, but just wanted to call that out in today's video. Yes, my brand new car, to me, that I just purchased, has to have a recall done. Whatever, I don't care. I'm gonna get the recall done. But the big caveat to that is, what has been speculating over the internet is, once you get this safety recall done or this firmware update, you will lose your tunes and your ECU will be locked again. So a lot of people on the forums, a lot of people on the Facebook groups, they're concerned because they don't want to get the recall done and not be able to tune their car ever again. And a lot of people are just waiting for some crazy guy who doesn't care and is gonna YOLO it and get the recall done and see and learn for themselves if they're gonna be able to unlock their ECU again or even tune their Supras. And today, I'm gonna be that crazy motherfucker. So I've already scheduled an appointment with my local Toyota dealership. We're gonna go ahead and drop it off tonight. They told me to drop it off today. They're gonna tackle it first thing in the morning at 8, and then I should get my car back shortly after, maybe 3 or 4 hours. Hopefully I do get my car back. I've heard some horror stories about them holding it for a couple days because they didn't have the software or the right tools to get the software update done or the recall done. I've also heard other stories where people have lost connection during the software update. Their iDrive or their head unit had completely busted and they had to wait for a new one to come in. So I hope that nothing like that happens to my car and I get my car back very quickly. But we're gonna drop it off. Once I get my car back, we'll go ahead and convene again and talk about the plans to overcome this locked ECU and confirm if we can bench unlock it again for you guys. And I know a lot of people were waiting for hard evidence or hard proof, and I'm hoping my purpose of the video is to get that done to help you guys out in the Supra community to be able to start enjoying these cars again, because we're not going to let a recall stop us. So I'm going to go ahead and get in the car now and we're going to get going. Alright guys, call me crazy, really want to tune this car, but we are here at Toyota of Renton to get the recall done. We'll see what happens here, guys. Rocking the Crocs. Here we are.
The next day.
All right, what's up everybody? It's actually the next day and that was a lot quicker than I thought. Yesterday I dropped it off around maybe 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and then they told me they were gonna start on it at 8 a.m. and it should be done sometime in the afternoon. I actually got a call at 9 a.m. today that they were doing it overnight. It was already completed and everything looks like it went smoothly. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to Toyota Renton right now, pick up the car, and then we can talk about if anything's changed or if I notice anything different, and then more about the locked ECU and how we're gonna get past that. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump in the car and we're gonna get out of here. All right, guys, we're back home from Toyota Renton and we got the recall done. The biggest thing that I think I'm gonna gain from this is Apple CarPlay, full screen Apple CarPlay, which I've heard from many sources that you get free full Apple CarPlay with doing the firmware update with the recall. So we're gonna start up the car and we're gonna see and confirm that. She still smells good, guys. I miss you, Adeline. Let's check it out. Let's see if my phone connects. Oops. And we got full screen Apple CarPlay, y'all. Full screen Apple CarPlay. That's what I'm most excited for. That I saved pretty much, we saved $1,000 in firmware updates, because I know a lot of third-party companies were offering full screen Apple CarPlay updates to get this on your A90 Supra. But if you do the recall, you get free full screen Apple CarPlay, folks. Save your money. But I wanted to talk about the big picture, and what most of you guys are probably interested in is my ECU locked? And I've done a lot of research before deciding to do this recall, and I have confirmed from a reliable source, Visconti Tuning, that once you do the recall, your ECU will be locked again. However, if your car was tunable, you can 100% bench unlock the car again, which was what was holding me back about doing the recall. I didn't mind having to pay to bench unlock it just to get the recall done, but what I wanted to avoid was buying a tunable 2020 Supra, doing the recall, and having my ECU locked like most of the 2021 and the 2022 models. So if you have a 2021 model that's tunable, has an ECU dated before June 2020, yes, your car can be bench unlocked again once you do the recall. Another thing that I've confirmed doing this, talking to multiple sources and service advisors at Toyota, is if your car is tuned, then it will wipe out the tune and put factory tune and factory firmware all on your car again. So if you guys are tuned or have a lot of modifications, you're gonna want to think about it a second time before doing the recall. But a lot of good information that I've gotten before I decided to do this tune was from Visconti Tuning. I am in a lot of Facebook groups, and thank you to Marshall Brown. He's actually the reason why I ended up doing this. In order to bench unlock your ECU, you have to take out your ECU and send it to Visconti Tuning. Normally this charge is about $500, but due to, you know, the recall and everybody losing their tunes and whatnot, they've actually discounted that pricing by 20%. So in order to bench unlock your ECU again to be able to tune the car, it only costs you $400. The service is actually pretty cool. You go ahead and set up that service through them. You take out your ECU. They will provide you a 1-day overnight FedEx or UPS, I forgot what it was, to send it to them. They'll get it the next day, they'll bench unlock it, then they'll send it back to you next day air again. So the process is pretty seamless, and you're only down with your car 1 to 3 days. If you have a daily, no problem. If this is your only car, you might want to schedule it for a day that works best for you, or perhaps on a weekend where your wife or your girlfriend could probably drive you around. So yeah, other than having full Apple CarPlay, I don't think there is really much else that's changed about the car. What I really want to confirm, which I can't tell or not, is being that all the 2021s and 2020 models are flashed with the same software update or firmware update. Does that mean the 2020, 2021s, and 2022s have the same factory tune and is pushing the same amount of power? I don't know. Some people have said that they've heard less burples come from their car after doing the update. I know the 2020s usually burp a lot more than the 2021s, and that could be due to the tune. I myself have not heard any differences. I actually think the burbles is exactly the same and the car feels exactly the same, and the only benefit I got from it was full screen Apple CarPlay, which is something I'm not going to complain about. But unfortunately my downpipe isn't in yet, so I'm not really motivated to send in my ECU for bench unlocking. Once that comes in, I'll probably do it. It'll take a day or 3 days to get my ECU back, but I will do a follow-up video just to confirm and show you guys visually that need the proof that your car can be tuned again and bench unlocked again after you do the recall. The situation sucks, but we gotta do what we gotta do. And thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.